What's going on, guys? It is Khalil and welcome back to Iman Invest. Today we're going to talk about Cardano. Now, we all know Cardano has some amazing use cases, whether that's education, agricultural, healthcare, finance, etc., right? The use cases for Cardano is insane. But after watching Charles Hoskinson's 5-hour interview with Lex Fridman, I think there are some great catalysts in the short term and long term coming up for Cardano that could send the price skyrocketing, especially if we see a reversal in the cryptocurrency market. But before we get into all that, I just want to say thank you to everybody who's been showing love to the channel. You guys are absolutely killing it. The TikTok is growing, the Twitter is growing. We love the support. Couldn't ask for more from you guys, so thank you so much. If you're looking for platforms to invest on, I have 2 links down below to Webull and Coinbase. These are the 2 platforms I use to invest. You get free money for using the links. I get free money for using the links. Everyone wins, win-win situation, right? The Discord will also be linked down below. We played some insane stuff last week. Last Friday, we took some Tesla, Roku, Netflix calls, all paid out. So make sure you guys check that out down below. But with that, let's get into Cardano and its short-term catalysts. Charles talked about a lot of amazing things in his interview with Lex, right? The first thing that caught my mind, or caught my attention, I should say, was the smart contract rollout plan. So what differentiates Bitcoin between Ethereum? Bitcoin doesn't have smart contracts. Its use cases are very minimal in my opinion. What separates Ethereum from Cardano? The same exact thing. You see, Ethereum has scalability issues, which they're trying to fix, but they have smart contracts, which allow decentralized applications to be built on their blockchain. Cardano does not have these scalability issues, but they have the big glaring smart contract problem, which at its current stage is, in my opinion, holding the blockchain back. With the smart contract rollout plan aiming to come out around August and July, this will allow decentralized applications to start being built on Cardano's network, which could close that gap between them and Ethereum. While Ethereum's chasing to fix their scalability issues, Cardano, with smart contract rollout, won't have that scalability issue. They'll have smart contracts, and developers can now start developing these applications on their blockchain. Now, this is huge, in my opinion. We've been waiting on smart contracts from Cardano for years, it feels like, right? And if you look at their roadmap is right on time. This is the 3rd piece of their 5-piece puzzle, I should say. So keep your eye on that. Around August, July, smart contracts coming out for Cardano. Huge bull case for Cardano, short-term and long-term, especially if we see a reversal in the cryptocurrency market. Now, some more things that caught my attention during the interview was when he started talking about Ethiopia. Now, not only is Cardano a great project for our environment and for the future of our world, but you can tell that he wants to make a change in the world, that he cares about these sorts of things. And you could hear it in his voice when he started talking about Ethiopia. So what they're looking to do in Ethiopia is basically assign these digital IDs to students. Now, the issue that these students face is that their work, their degrees, their certificates, their technical skills aren't acknowledged by outside schools. So they try to go get a job. These colleges, universities like Oxford or UCLA or UT, they're not acknowledging the work done in Ethiopia because they can't validate it. What these digital IDs are gonna do, they're gonna follow these students throughout their lives so that through the blockchain, you can validate their work. Now this is huge because these kids are gonna use these systems, these IDs throughout their life, and they can use them for payments, insurances. They're also going to be linked to ADA. At the beginning, they're looking to use these IDs with 5 million students, which ultimately Charles mentioned could get to 20 million by 2023. Now this is huge because you're going to have a whole body of students or people using Cardano's blockchain to basically live their life for the next 10 to 20 to 30 years, which could trickle down, generations. You see, the thing about Ethiopia, it's a young generation and their leaders are very, very enthusiastic about crypto. So keep this in mind. Let's see how this project develops in Ethiopia. They're saying early January 2022 is when the rollout should begin. So we're still in the early stages. Some stuff could still come out about it, but keep this stuff in mind. The project that they're doing in Ethiopia is amazing, and we could see this jump to other different places. In the interview, Charles talked about Wyoming and how he kind of wanted to target Wyoming as a place to test a form of voting, government voting for elections, right? I believe he talked about the Democratic Republican Party and all that good stuff. So they're basically in talks with Wyoming right now to roll out something there. So we've seen rollouts in Ethiopia, and now we're slowly starting to see maybe some rollouts in America. Just something to keep our eye on though, right? The last thing I want to talk about is sort of this bridge that Cardano is forming between Ethereum's blockchain and their blockchain. So the ERC20 converter is basically going to allow you to use Ethereum tokens on Cardano's blockchain, which is huge. You can get around the expensive fees that you're gonna have to pay, and it's a way to basically transfer tokens between blockchains. I mean, if there's a token you want to use on Ethereum's blockchain, you want to kind of transfer it over to Cardano's blockchain, you can through that ERC20 converter and you won't lose any price. It'll basically be converted to the price of the token of what it was on that Ethereum's blockchain. So say you have a token on Ethereum's blockchain, you want to move it over to Cardano's, you convert it into an ERC20 token that can now be used on Cardano's blockchain as a token, which you can convert to any token on Cardano's blockchain, right? So if I have Ethereum, for example, we convert it into an ERC20 token, you don't lose any value. So now it's an ERC20 token on Cardano's blockchain. You can now use it as a token on that blockchain. This is huge. You see, you're not losing any value, and it's sort of like a communication between the blockchains, a little bridge. That's something else to keep your eye on. I think that is huge, and I think that's one great catalyst going forward for Cardano. So guys, at the time of this recording, Cardano is sitting at $1.39 with a $42 billion market cap, putting it fifth in our cryptocurrency market. Ethereum is at a $242 billion market cap. With these upgrades coming to Cardano's network, in the future, I could see a $5 Cardano. I don't think that's out of the picture, which is a great return on your investment, guys. But again, this isn't financial advice. You got trade smart, trade safely, right? But from these price points, I think Cardano is, it's very intriguing, and I think it's definitely worth a buy. We can look at the chart. Cardano is 47% off the highs that were sitting at around $2.45. Now, the crypto market doesn't look strong, but if we head over to the Bitcoin chart, we're seeing some consolidation between this $29,000 and $42,000 range. If you noted in my previous videos, I said that we probably trade in this range, consolidate for a little bit. I could see us consolidating for a few more months, right? You see, we got rejected here maybe like a few days ago. So again, we could trade sideways. There could be some more downward pressure. In the long term though, and this is why I'm beating you guys down on the long-term sorts of things, right? Cardano, in my opinion, is a great buy if you're going to hold it long-term. I don't think this is a short-term project. You got to be willing to hold this Cardano project for 2 to 3 years, 2, 3, 4, 5 years, right? Let them roll out their stuff, let their roadmap play out, and see where the cryptocurrency market is then. Overall, I think Cardano is a great buy. These are just a few of the short-term great catalysts it has going for it. But in the long term, we could see more things being added, and I'll make sure if I see any good Cardano news, I'll get that out to you guys. But with that, guys, keep in mind, I always say it, cryptocurrency is some of the riskiest investments you can do. We could have legislation drop a bomb on cryptocurrency. We could, we don't know what's gonna happen. So don't invest any money you're not willing to lose. Do your own research. You know what I'm going to say, guys. Conviction. Believe in what you're buying, so when it's red, you're buying more. I always stress this to you guys. You don't have any conviction in what you're buying. The moment you see red, you're out of there. You're running. You don't want nothing to do with red. You're losing money. You're panicking. You're coming to me crying about it. When I told you guys, hey, relax. Things go up, things go down. But if you believe in what you're buying, in the long term, it'll work out. If you guys liked what you've seen, make sure to drop a like, drop a comment on anything you guys want to see in the future. Turn on the notification bell so you guys don't miss a video. And again, thank you guys so much for the support. You guys are killing it. But with that, guys, Iman Invest out.